Hey everybody, it's Vivian. Do you get your best work done like this? Lying down? Well, this is a culmination video of all the high-tech health stuff. I'm getting like quadruple whammied right now. We're gonna go through all the things that I'm doing to create a lot of self-care like spa at home. And speaking of spa at home, and the title line here is Saving Marriages. Yes, if your partner rolled over onto this spiky mat, they might ask you for a divorce if you're laying on it in the bed. If they're trying to go to sleep, they might not like this bright red light that you're shining on your face. But they might like the weighted blanket that you're laying under and want to steal it from you. That's right. And I'm going to get to the coup d'etat, they say, the number one thing that's going to save your marriage. And I'm going to start off a little story. When I went for my Ashiatsu training, I shared a hotel room with a friend of mine. And she brought in her own box fan, her own 4 pillows. And she proceeded to tell me how, oh yes, when I go to sleep, I need to have the ceiling fan on, I have a box fan on, I have my own pillows. Meanwhile, her husband is under like a thin little sheet of bed sheet. So, there's a commercial actually, there's a car commercial that said like dual zone heating and cooling saved my marriage, right? That somebody gets to be like hot and warm and toasty on one side, the other person's cool. So I want to know, who's watching? Is anybody watching? I want to know how many partners, peoples who sleep together, who have a partner on the other side of the bed, complain about, I'm hot, you're cold, it's too hot, it's too cold, that fan is annoying me that you have on, that you need to have a cool you all night, I wake up next to you, I roll over to you, you're sweating, it's disgusting. I want to know who is uncomfortable sleeping. And so this is a huge sleep hack that I'm going to tell you about. It is a heating and cooling pad. And I've recommended this pad to so many people because that story, the first time when I was training for Ashiatsu, wasn't the first time that I heard this story. I continue to hear it because my clients come to Tao and tell me all about it. And I said, you've got to protect and improve your sleep. And so they tell me that, you know, the heating and cooling aspect of their sleep is a big deal in their partnership. So I'm going to show you what's up. Okay, so I'm going to put my little red lights down. And I'm going to show you that I've been lying on my mat here, okay, and my weighted blanket. And I'm going to show you what can save your marriage is dual zone heating and cooling. So I don't know if some mattresses have this built in or not, but what's really special about the Chili Pad is it's no or low EMF. So there's no electricity being used here. It's heated and cooled with water. So yes, there is this funky tube that delivers the water into this mattress, but I can control this pad to go up to like 110 degrees, so it's really, really cold in the house. I get to put it up and get into warm, toasty sheets. And then I have, yes, this can control your love life. This is going to control your marriage, okay? You can use this controller to turn on the device, and I'll show you to you in a moment. I just turned it on and make it hotter and colder. So I sleep at 68. I'm actually sleeping on this surface. This cools to 68. And what I found the other night when I forgot to turn the heat off, I was really, really cold. I'm like, oh, you know, and you're always tired and you're like, I'll remember, I'll get up, I'll do it, I'll shut it off, or I'll do whatever. I forgot to shut the heat off and bring it back down to low. I was exhausted the next day, totally overheated, and I woke up sweating. So even though it might be like a little uncomfortable starting at 68 degrees sleeping, I always wake up and I sleep better. I find that I can sleep less. I sleep less, and I know I should probably want to sleep more because one of the big sleep hacks is just going to sleep early and probably sleeping more, at least 8 hours, but I can sleep less and I feel really good and refreshed. So anyway, so right now water is being delivered into this mattress, filtering all the way through. And you can get 2. So this is one mattress, but you can actually see that there's 2 tubes here because you can heat and cool both sides of the bed. So this is my side, okay, right here, and the water's coming through. And I'm going to show you the little device now. So here's the tube. Normally I have this on the floor and also away from the bed, because another sleep hack is not having electricity by your head, not having anything plugged in by your head. So here's a little tip, like definitely leave your cell phone out of the room. How many of you guys have it? Go ahead, raise your hand. Don't be embarrassed. Let me know if you sleep with a cell phone right next to your head like this. So bad for you. And if you're going to do that, you can still have your alarm work. Just put it in airplane mode at least, right? So that doesn't have all the EMF and the radiation coming right to your phone, which is right next to your head, which is why people don't want to put it up next to their heads, all those studies, right? Well, at least this is my belief. So anyway, here's the little box. Okay, and I can control it. You can't really see it right now, but if you come over my shoulder, you can see that it's at 71 right now, and I can put it down to 68. I can also make it higher, and I can go way up if somebody likes it really warm. See how high it goes? 100, and I think it goes to 10, and then goes to high. And I can just turn it off and on, but I can also use it and control it with here. So this does take water. You open this little top part, and it takes distilled water. So anything that, you know, is electronic, any like water fountains or anything, you really want distilled water because it helps preserve all the things inside. But chili pad, it's gonna save your marriage. How many of you guys who sleep with others fight over the heat, the temperature of the room, the sound of the noise, who's hot, who's sweating? Oh, the sheets are gross. I sweat through my garments. I'm curious. And this, I'm telling you, it's this free marriage counseling tonight. Free marriage counseling. The hot and cold of the bed. So create your spa environment. Really make it so you get the most out of your sleep, and you can benefit, and then you will probably also just sleep better, which will help your partner sleep better next to you also. Sleeping at a cooler temperature, you'll probably, you know, sleep better in general. I'm not going to say it's going to help snoring, but I'm saying all those sleep things will probably really help. So that's it. That's the chili pad. That's the weighted blanket. I practice everything I preach. The weighted blanket. I use the pain relief mat, and I use the lights. And actually, if you guys remember from yesterday, where's my little controller? The pulse, which I didn't get to say yesterday, the pulse is actually more beneficial for activating that ATP. So I wanted to make sure you guys got the pulse action, and I got that little note in about the pulsing. So what do you guys do for sleep hacking? Those are all my little crazy things. No EMFs by the bed. I don't necessarily sleep on this bed of nails or the acupressure mat, but I will maybe start my relaxation on it. Or sometimes I have it very close by on the other side of the bed, so I can just shimmy my way over if I want to start my morning over on that crazy thing. Weighted blanket is good anytime, anywhere, super fun. This one happens to be organic, again, super spoiled, because if you're in your bedroom, you want to make your environment and everything that you're breathing in as chemical free as possible, which is why I have this crazy chili pad with the electricity far away from my head, right? So this would go on the floor over there. So that's my super high-tech health hacks that we've been doing and talking about, at least for the past 3 days, right? I think I did acupressure mat, and then I did the red thing, and the chili pad is like crazy, and I tell people about this product all the time. So if you are interested, I dropped the link in there. You can check it out. It might be really worth the investment. And if you said no to marriage counseling, you can say yes to the chili pad. Happy Friday night, everybody. Hope you're having a great weekend or starting your weekend.